I know you trust me with a lot of things, but trust me with this as well. Africa used to be the head of a giant until it sank and died in the ocean and became the continent that we all originated from, Africa, also known as Skull Island. I have so much anatomy to show you, and it's all here. I have other photos as well that go deeper into the inside of Africa. But we can see here, there was a deadly wound at the top and that split apart, and that became part of Europe and Asia. And then we have the ear, the mouth down here. Madagascar is likely the nose that fell off. It got ripped off by one of the Olympian gods. This Victorian lake is the eye. And then we got the horn there because this was also likely a Cyclops fallen angel. And then if we look at the anatomy of the human head, we can see where all the veins are. This is the suture. If that gets severed, you're dead. And then you see all of these huge veins that go inside. This is just like the Nile River. And look at here, this is the bottom side of Africa. We have a suture that goes to the back of the skull near the occipital lobe. And it's a huge vein that goes all the way up and it turns into the Nile River. And here is the bottom of Africa. We can see this is where all of the diamonds are mined. Guess where else is here on Africa? The mouth and the teeth. So the teeth were diamonds, and this is where they fight all these wars with each other because this is where 99% of the diamonds in the world come from. And then if we look at Africa from this angle, we can see all the sutures. What that is in your skull is basically where the bones in your skull piece together. They're like sort of like little cracks in the skull, but that's where they connect to each other. And we can see this on Africa all the way around the northern and the southern part of the back of the skull here. We can see these cracks. The truth is in plain sight if you're willing to look at it. We see the diamonds are the teeth. This is why the Africans have the culture of putting diamonds in their mouth, because they instinctively know what land they are living on. And you might think it's impossible for Africa to be a giant skull because the earth just isn't that big. It couldn't even hold that type of a giant. Well, that's why you gotta look at, you gotta zoom out, you gotta look at everything else that there is in the world. There are all these other lands, and I'm guessing that thousands or millions of years ago, humans were a lot bigger, like a lot bigger. This is why we have the legends of the Greek mythology where they talk about in the beginning there were only giants.